Bang.
Bang. You.
Well, Dak, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet, and planet Earth, and parts some might call unknown. It is time for episode 4 of season 1 of the Backdoor cover. Jordan's mostly going to be leading this show because I have the USA-Mexico World Cup qualifying game on right in front of me. I'm just here.
I mean, you know, it's fair.
I don't even really... I have Twitch chat kind of there.
Kind of there, eh?
We're here. Hello, everybody. Oh, come on. That's a foul. Well, it wasn't. That... Okay, moving on. Hi, everybody. We're here.
Hello.
Before we get into bad beats, our locks are 0-3. Both of ours.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not been good. The ship is gonna get righted this week.
Hopefully.
I mean, you can't go on a cold streak forever.
Yeah, eventually one of us is going to get something right. And that's the thing is, I'm still getting other bets right, just that lock has been cursed.
See, I actually have not. I am currently in the midst of an 8-day cold streak.
I haven't gotten anything right this week yet because I've only had 3 bets, not counting my lock.
Rough, very rough night for me last night.
Oof.
Had the same game parlay with the Ravens, and it was actually a rather simple one. It was Devonta Freeman to score a touchdown, Lamar Jackson to score a touchdown, and Ravens to cover an alternate spread. I don't remember what it was. I think I had it 6.5. That did not happen. The Ravens did not get off the bus.
They know.
I should have listened. People had been talking all week about they thought the Dolphins were gonna give the Ravens some problems, and they sure the fuck did. At least betting people were thinking that. Media members were not.
Yeah, I wanted to stay away. I stayed far away from that game, and I'm glad I did.
I had an NHL parlay that 2 of the legs had hit, and then the Florida Panthers and Big Bob lost in a shootout last night to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Jesus Christ. What else was there? Oh, I had the NBA same game parlay. That was the Utah Jazz game. And I didn't even have the Jazz spread. They were minus 10.5. I literally just threw them in there money line because I didn't want that spread. What did the Jazz do? They were 10.5 point favorites. They go out and lose by 11. Fucking hell. There was another one mixed in there that died early. Rough go. I'm like 0 for my last 14.
Oof.
So it's got to end. It's got to end. Now, that being said, sports, bad week. Casino, good week.
Well, I've had just a mediocre week. Nothing, not great, not bad. Soccer on Saturday or Sunday. I tweeted a picture of that bet out that hit. That did me some good. And then the 2 college basketball bets I've had this week have been absolute flops.
I have not touched college basketball yet. I thought about it last night. Did not do it. I'm going to wait a couple weeks, maybe longer, on college basketball to really know what we have with certain teams. Until then, I don't think I can do it. I mean, Ohio State damn near almost lost to, who the fuck was that, Akron? Michigan had their problems with Buffalo. I mean...
Yeah, so let's get into some bad beats. I have one.
Oh, you have one? Okay, go ahead with
I have a legit one. That did not happen to me. This happened to someone else. Probably a shock if this did not happen to me, but it happened to someone else. I swear to everything that's holy. I don't know who it was because I saw this retweeted by Bleacher Report Betting, and they stole it from FanDuel's Twitter account.
Okay.
This was a 13-leg NBA parlay.
Jesus Christ.
All of it was money line. The odds were 610,842.
Ooh. Does it say what he bet on it?
$10.
Yeah, you'll make some cash for sure.
Here is I'm gonna list all of the teams, and these are all games that happened on November 10th. So Wednesday. These are all games that happened on Wednesday. I'm going to list the teams that, and again, all money line. I'm going to list the teams that won. Okay, go off those teams. Washington Wizards, money line over the Cavs. Brooklyn Nets over the Magic. Milwaukee Bucks over the Knicks. Detroit Pistons over the Houston Rockets. Chicago Bulls over somebody. I accidentally cropped that part of the image out. Charlotte Hornets over Memphis. Oklahoma City over New Orleans. San Antonio over Sacramento. Denver over the Indiana Pacers. The Phoenix Suns over Portland. Golden State over the Minnesota Timberwolves. And the Los Angeles Lakers over the Miami Heat. Those were the 12 legs that hit. As I said, this was a 13-leg parlay for this individual.
I'm very interested to hear what this 13th leg is.
This 13th leg was also money line. This 13th, as I said at the top of this, at the top of this, I mean, I'm just gonna state. I feel bad. Get this ball away. Okay, it's over. It's gone for a goal kick. I'm sorry. Thank you. This is a city of a team that has caused me troubles this year. A team from the great White North, a city just slightly south of where all House Divided podcast content is produced. That city is the city of Toronto. The Toronto Raptors, who were a plus 126 underdog against the Boston Celtics, lost this individual a 13-leg parlay.
Does it say what that would have paid out?
No.
Price. A lot. Guarantee you that.
Probably would have been, 61,000, I think?
Roughly.
Yeah, would have been 61-ish.
Yeah. That is incredible.
And this was a bet that couldn't have cashed out because the Toronto Raptors, these were all, other than the, let me check this. Other than the Los Angeles Lakers game, these were all games that started before 9 o'clock. And
they're following the NHL way of doing things, where they have a whole shit ton of games on one day, and they start them all
at the same time.
One or two at the same goddamn time.
And Toronto never had a lead in this game, so this man could never cash this out at any point.
Cash out value wouldn't have been too high at that point.
No.
That hurts.
That's the one bad beat I have. Again, this individual was not named.
Can't even at that early stage. Can't even fucking hedge it. Can't do anything.
Yeah.
All right. Two that I found on Twitter this week. One comes from KidScan 2020, whatever that means. He had the under 1.5 first period goals in the Florida Panthers versus the New York Rangers. And let me double check this, because I want to make sure that I got this right. Box score, is that where I'm going to find it? Play-by-play. Yep. It was a 1-0 game in the final minute of the first period.
Oh, no.
And with 0.4 seconds left in the first period, Adam Fox scored a goal for the New York Rangers to make it a 2-0 game. And this man lost $50. We have another one that's really kind of all over the place. This was a six leg parlay He had Isaiah Stewart to get 6 rebounds against the Philadelphia 76ers. That hit.
Okay.
DeAndre Hunter over 12.5 points in Jazz Hawks. That hit.
Okay.
Jonathan Taylor over 82.5 yards on Thursday Night Football last week. That hit.
Yep.
Chris Paul over 9.5 or I don't know what he had. Chris Paul assists over under. Oh yeah, he had over 9.5 assists for Chris Paul. That hit. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander made threes over 1.5. That hit.
Okay.
And the one leg that did not hit on a 6-leg plus 26.74 parlay. Kyle Lowry in Celtics Heat over 6.5 assists. Did not get the 6.5. He got 5. R.I.P. to that man. R.I.P.
That's.
Let me get fan pulled up. Those are some brutal ones this week. I mean, last week we had the Mike White one that affected a lot of people. Florida State Clemson,
which was just probably one of the worst of all time.
That's top 3 or top 4 all time. This week, not the magnitude of bad beats that everybody seemingly experienced, but some really big ones that a select few experienced.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, where are we starting this off today? So we got no NASCAR.
Let's start with NHL because I do have a couple live bets that I want to talk about.
Alrighty.
Well, not live. I have a bet going on right now that I want to talk about. This bet's actually ass. Looking at it, oh my goodness gracious, this bet's not going to hit. So
you never know.
It could actually. Unfortunately, it looks like one of those might go overtime. My bet, for anyone who's curious, the Edmonton Oilers money line over Buffalo, Washington money line over Columbus, Carolina money line over Philly, and then the Chicago Blackhawks, who interim head coach, over the Arizona Coyotes, who will probably soon have an interim head coach.
Or just maybe not have a team at all.
Well,
you never know.
Hard to say.
Right.
Well, right now Edmonton's losing. Washington and Columbus looks like they're about to go into overtime.
2 minutes left.
Yep, and Carolina is trailing by 1 and with 9 left in the third.
See, after last night, I stayed away. Gonna regroup for college football tomorrow. That's the plan.
So that's kind of what I had going on tonight. Real quick.
Oh, we got locked odds on Capitals Blue Jackets. I don't know if that's just because of how much time is left, or if something happened.
Does not say.
We'll see. So that's what you have for bets tonight.
That's just tonight. Let's I'll give you some. Wow, they only have one NHL game up for tomorrow so far.
Wow, are you serious?
Yeah, Boston and New Jersey.
Right.
Since we're here, but I'll pull I have the NHL schedule pulled up for a couple of days this week. Boston, New Jersey, I'm gonna stay away from. Toronto, Buffalo, probably gonna stay away from. I like Pittsburgh over Ottawa tomorrow. Montreal over Detroit, I'm gonna stay away from.
What, they just don't have odds up yet, or so they have more games tomorrow? They just don't have odds.
Yeah, there's more games tomorrow. FanDuel just doesn't have them up yet.
Okay, let me check some other books. See if we got something.
That's why I was just going through the ESPN schedule.
Check BetMGM. See what's going on.
Keep going for for tomorrow. Ready to leave off at Montreal, Detroit, not going to touch. Florida at Tampa, not going to touch.
Okay, BetMGM does have odds for tomorrow's games.
Okay, you want to read some of those off?
Yeah, so Bruins and Devils we already got on FanDuel.
Bruins are a favorite, I believe.
Yeah, minus 160 over here.
162 on FanDuel.
Toronto is minus 200 against Buffalo, who's plus 165.
Just because Toronto completely always screws me, I'm going to stay away from that game.
Rangers are minus 135 against the Blue Jackets, plus 110.
I don't hate the Rangers there.
No, I don't either. I mean, minus 135, you can still just put it solo and get a little bit going there.
Yeah.
Canadians are plus 100 at Detroit, who's minus 120.
Yeah.
We played Montreal a couple times. I believe, if my memory is serving me correctly, both times in Canada without Tyler Bertuzzi.
I don't know how. I kind of don't like that game either way.
Yeah, it's a rough one. Honestly, Canadians plus 100, not a bad pick.
No, not
but
at
I
all.
also think, I don't think the Red Wings come out and look like they did against Washington the other night. So might want to stay away from that one.
Just stay away from that.
Pittsburgh is minus 150 against Ottawa.
I like Pittsburgh.
Yep. This is a game. Florida Panthers plus 100 at Tampa minus 120.
I'm gonna stay away from that one. There's just too much weird that could go there. Sergei Bobrovsky is a lightning killer.
Yeah, you got too many. I mean, it's two good teams going at it.
Yeah. Fun game to watch, but I'm going to stay away from it in terms of gambling. I probably will watch that game.
We got Kings plus 145, the LA Kings at the Winnipeg Jets minus 175. Not a lot going on.
Not a lot going there. Give me Carolina, St. Louis.
St. Louis is plus 110, Carolina minus 135.
I like Carolina there. Carolina's hot.
I don't even mind puck line here for Carolina, minus 1.5 and plus 185. I don't hate that.
Yeah, I don't hate that either.
Carolina
is
could
hot.
be able to get that done.
Even trailing right now to the to the Flyers. Carolina's hot.
Yep. Philadelphia Flyers plus 125 at the Dallas Stars minus 155.
Not a lot there.
No. Not a lot here either. Plus 220 are the Arizona Coyotes at Nashville. Nashville minus 275.
Not a lot there.
Nothing going on.
Give me Colorado, San Jose.
I mean, maybe fucking puck line Nashville. I mean, Arizona's dead.
Dead, yeah.
Give you what now?
Actually, give me the last three in general. Just no order.
Okay. Sharks, Avs.
That's the one I was talking about, but
okay, I didn't hear that correctly.
Oh.
Sharks are plus 180. Colorado Avs minus 225.
I like Colorado there in a parlay.
Yeah. I wish you could do same game NHL parlays. I really wish you could.
Yeah.
Minnesota Wild. Oh, wow. This is a coin game. Minnesota Wild minus 115 at Seattle Kraken minus 105.
You see something here. Give me Vegas, Vancouver, even real quick, even though I know who I kind of would take.
Vancouver Canucks plus 125 at the Vegas Golden Knights minus 155.
Give me Vegas there 100%. I honestly would almost want to take Minnesota in the Seattle-Minnesota game.
Yes, and I don't hate puck line on this either. Minnesota is the minus 1.5 here at plus 220.
Okay.
So I don't hate that either. And that's all we got right now. Stanley Cup odds. Avs, Panthers, Lightning, Golden Knights. They are all under plus 1,000 rather. Avs plus 600, Panthers plus 800, Lightning plus 850, Vegas plus 1,000.
Okay, I'm too early to get involved in Stanley Cup betting.
Well, they call them futures for a reason.
Don't like it this early. Moving on.
I like them for some of the mid-pack teams. I mean, like Bruins plus 16.
I don't hate. Washington, it does appear, just beat Columbus in regulation.
That's why the odds are locked. Okay. Speaking of Washington, Capitals plus 2,500 to win the cup.
I only hate that because a lot of Washington depends on staying healthy.
Red Wings plus 12,500.
Oh, fair. I don't hate that.
Hey, there's 4 teams with worse odds.
One of them is the Arizona Coyotes.
They currently they are tied for the worst.
That's fair. That's honestly fair.
So that's NHL.
Let's move on to F1 real quick. I don't have a lot I want to say, but we'll knock it out.
Do they? Oh, I forgot they had a race. Hold on.
Yep, Brazil.
I love Brazil.
Not a lot I want to say here because
love Interlagos.
They're doing sprint quality tomorrow. There's their sprint race tomorrow. Lewis Hamilton's getting a 5-place grid penalty after the qualifying is set, after the grid's set. Because of engine change.
Okay, I figured.
It's that time of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
So I don't really have a lot I want to say about this. Just because there's this, if it wasn't for that if it wasn't for the Hamilton grid penalty, because Lewis Hamilton with the grid penalty as we currently know it is now a plus 300 to win.
I like it, but at the same time, the way that Red Bull's just running through everything, it's hard to do.
With the grid penalty, it's hard to make any real decisions.
Well, not even with the grid penalty, because Lewis, those never really affect him too badly. Like Mercedes and Red Bull, they never really get affected terribly by those things.
Oh, their cars are just so fast. Their cars are so fast.
Well, that's exactly it. I mean, they're so fast.
The big thing, like that grid penalty, like Lewis is gonna finish on the podium. Like he's gonna finish on the podium. But that grid penalty, just in terms of straight winning, like I don't want to touch this race in terms of winning. Top 6 finishes that I like.
Yep.
I don't hate Lando at minus 105. I don't overly hate Danny Ricciardo at plus 160.
The McLarens are a good bet to finish top 6. Although both Ferraris are ahead of both McLarens here.
Yeah,
Leclerc
I don't.
Minus 250, Science minus 175.
Let's see. Anything else I got here? Points finish.
You want to take top 6 finish? Nikita Mazepin plus 10,000.
No. No.
What about
Nicholas Latifi?
The fact that he's there at plus 10,000 and George Russell is only plus 1,600
Great.
goes to show you how good George is that he's doing that in a Williams.
Yeah. Points finish. Let's see. Yuki Tsunoda at plus 105. Esteban Ocon at plus 130. I don't hate, I should say. I probably won't touch this race. I'll probably just enjoy it as a fan. Realistically, fastest lap. I do like Lewis here at plus 175.
For Lewis winning the race, instead of, because you said he was what, plus 300 there?
On FanDuel, yeah.
Okay. So I'm looking at grid position of the winner with the 5-place grid penalty. You would assume that Lewis will qualify within the top 3.
Yes.
Possibly even top 2. Top 2 is what we need here for this. 5th, 6th, or 7th place grid position of the winner plus 650.
Yeah, I was just looking at that, and I don't hate that either.
I mean, if that's essentially going to be the same bet with way better odds.
Yes. That I don't hate.
Even if he qualifies, on pole, then I mean, first or second. He qualifies first or second, which he's pretty good at doing. That's a good one right there.
Yeah.
Because I mean, grid positioning in the grand scheme of things, when your car's as fast as the Mercedes is, really doesn't mean a whole lot. You just have to make up a couple seconds throughout the race, which is doable.
Yes.
So I like that a lot.
Fastest lap, I like Lewis at plus 175. Not saying Max can't do it at a plus 185, but
Max just feels like he's fast and more consistent right now.
yeah.
Like he's just he better strategy, I think, right now from Red Bull. So, he hasn't needed to hammer down like Lewis has to get the spots that he's got.
Yes. Lastly, number of classified drivers.
Oh boy.
Um
Hell might freeze over before I try out one of those bets.
Yeah, I'm not touching that. I was just looking at it, it's like, yeah, I know.
Those scare me.
Let's move on.
All I got for F1.
Yep, let's move on. We want to do
NBA really quick.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot here.
I have nothing, so I'm not gonna really say anything.
Live games, I do not care. Been a long time. I haven't hit an NBA bet this year. I've had about 5 single game parlays. They have all tanked.
I've had one NBA bet, and it was on day 1 of the season. It was a risk-free bet.
Right.
And it lost.
Pistons got fucking bodied tonight.
By the Cavs. Of all teams.
98-78.
I honestly thought the Cavs were a worse team.
78 points. No, they're not.
I thought the Cavs were going to be massive ass. I mean, they are.
They are, but the Pistons are, if not the worst, the second worst team in the league.
Yeah.
Houston might have them beat. In that respect.
Yeah, this is a... Wow.
Yeah, okay. Do not care for any of the live games. I'm going to touch on... Oh, we don't have much for Saturday at all on FanDuel. Let me check ESPN. Is there really only 2 games tomorrow?
Let me look.
I'm on it. No. Oh, no, I'm on NHL. Shit. NBA.
1,
Saturday.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. So let me fire up BetMGM. Because they will likely have them. Scroll through all today's stuff. I will touch on the 2 games that have not started yet. They start in 27 minutes. Get those in quickly. Bulls plus 180 at Golden State, minus 225. No chance I'm picking the Bulls. Warriors are hot.
Yeah.
We were wrong, by the way. Klay Thompson isn't even back yet.
Huh.
He will be, but he's not back yet. I had just seen videos of him. I haven't watched much NBA at all this year.
Neither have I.
I never really do. Regular season NBA doesn't do it for me. So I had seen videos of him at like practices and stuff with the team and everything. So I thought he was playing, but he isn't. So yeah, Warriors should take care of business there. They're hot right now, and a game that I want nothing to do with. T-Wolves plus 105 at Staples Center to take on the Lakers minus 125. Lakers way too inconsistent for me to even think about it. And we have 4 games. Well, okay, so there are more games tomorrow. There are 7 games, but I only have 4 on BetMGM. Actually, let me head to Caesars because ESPN says it has odds. Just so I can knock out NBA and never do it again. I really do like the NBA game parlays. Just haven't been hitting for me in quite some time.
I don't touch the NBA.
Okay, let's see here. November 12th. That's today. Schedule. If they don't have them, fuck it. Okay, here we go. So I don't have money line. I only have spreads. Wizards are -4 against the Magic, and all these are going to be -110 on the spreads. I like Washington there. Wizards are really bad.
I mean, Magic is really bad.
Wizards are bad. Magic is bad. They're both bad. Give me the Wizards regardless.
Okay.
I don't know. They're both bad. Will not put a bet on that game. Let's be honest. Pistons at Raptors. Pistons are +8. After what they did tonight against the Cavs, I would not take the Pistons +8 for anything. So Raptors -8 seems like the smart one.
Yeah.
Celtics -2.5 on the road against the Cavs. Celtics would seem like the smart one there.
Against the Cavs, yes.
Actually,
FanDuel actually has odds for the Pistons game up. Pistons.
They must have just put them up after the game because it just finished. So and Caesars only has a few of these, and I'll run through this last one really quick here, and then we can just be done with it. Timberwolves +6.5 on the road, taking on the Clippers. I don't think I want anything to do with that either. So, no. I mean, let's be honest. I'm not betting NBA on a Saturday anyway. That is a college football day. So, yeah. No NBA bets for me this weekend. I would say maybe Sunday, but, NFL takes priority.
I gotta look at one thing. Before we move on, I gotta look at one thing real quick.
Okay. Do you know where we're heading yet?
Not entirely. Not all the way entirely.
So NFL, college.
Okay, here. This is where I want to go.
Okay.
Just for a second, because I want to talk about this. Just because it is always a potential solid money winner. The Houston Open in Houston, Texas, PGA. I like Jason Kokrak to win. He's a +470 right now.
I cannot provide insight on this.
Jason Kokrak, I actually had to go see where he was. He is 8 under through the tournament. He has only played 11 holes today before they had to suspend it because of weather and, well, darkness. He is 2 shots back again, having played only 11 holes today. He is 6 under through today, through round 2 so far. Him jumping up 2 more spots and then taking the lead and possibly walking away with it, I don't hate.
Fair.
That's it. That's all I got for not soccer. for PGA Tour. Let's run over to let's do some college basketball real quick.
Like I said earlier, I don't really have anything because we don't know what these teams are right now.
We have anything for tomorrow up? All of the games today are kind of a...
Yeah, there is some not really anything that are going to be good
tonight. Here's one that I like for tonight.
Okay.
Villanova at UCLA.
Oh. Wow, that's a game early in the season. Final Four matchup.
Yeah. UCLA is a... I just lost it. Sorry, I scrolled past it. Is a minus 164, a 2.5 point favorite. Can the Johnny Juzang magic happen? Well, I honestly like Villanova money line here.
What were their money line odds?
Villanova is a plus 136. UCLA is a minus 164.
I would assume UCLA is at home.
Yes.
Okay.
UCLA is ranked 2 in the country, Villanova 4.
That is way too big a game to be happening this early in the season.
Yes.
Christ, that's insane.
Absurd that this game is happening right now. Or well,
I mean, that's literally that.
In an hour and a half.
That was a March Madness Final Four matchup, literally this year. So
yeah.
that's insane. I don't know. I'm not very well versed. I don't know if UCLA got any better. I know Villanova. I know Villanova did.
Yeah, which is why I like. Which is honestly why I do like Villanova here.
I can't hate that. I can't.
I was just scrolling through some of the basketball games. I see that, and I was like, oh.
I must have scrolled right past it.
Other than that, that's 11:30 tonight.
If I can find that on TV, that might be what I'm doing at 11:30.
Right.
That's gotta be on TV. That's gotta be on ESPN, right?
It would have to be. Scrolling through anything tomorrow,
It's not looking like it. I mean, there's so many games.
Yeah, I think a bazillion games. Yeah. The bazillion games tomorrow.
Not that many.
Yeah, there is.
Not that many. I mean, there's a lot, but there's not as many as I thought there was going to
be. None of them are really good enough for me to want to.
What the hell? Oh, it broke it. Wow, that was really weird. It broke it up a little bit.
FanDuel kind of breaks it up weird.
Well, so it's like it has these games classified as NCAA basketball, and then it breaks it up for one game, which is classified as NCAA B, which is the USC Temple game, and then it's back to NCAA basketball. It just keeps going on. Yeah, there's a fuck ton.
Yeah, I don't really. Nothing tomorrow.
Detroit Mercy at Toledo.
No.
Hey, I mean, those Detroit Mercy puts up a fight sometimes. They're a little bit sneaky. A little bit sneaky. In years past. Yeah, there is a fuck ton. But I got nothing.
Nothing really other than that game. Move on to college football.
Saturdays are for college football.
Move on to college football. Also, side note, I'm going to check this real quick. Just very briefly. Yep. South Florida backdoor to Cincinnati bettors.
Fucking knew it.
Did you go Cincy or did you go South Florida?
Fairly certain I went Cincy, but I didn't want to. I'm checking the picks right now.
You went Cincy.
You went
Cincy.
Right?
We both went Cincinnati. I just wanted to check that.
2-2 before Saturday even starts.
That's rough. Moving on. Excuse me. Let's see. First game, want nothing to do with. Auburn, Mississippi State. Son of a bitch, son of a bitch, son of a bitch.
Auburn's a favorite. That's the only way that I would really go for this one.
I like Auburn money line.
I like Auburn minus.
Or yeah, I do like Auburn money line, obviously, because I do believe Auburn's going to win. I actually prefer Auburn at minus 4.5 though.
Yeah.
I'm half paying attention to what's going on.
You still got that soccer game, don't you?
Yep.
Fair enough. Yeah, I like Auburn minus the 4.5. This Alabama spread has not moved one bit.
I'm staying away from this game.
Kind of scares me. I mean, the odds just aren't there, and that's a lot of fucking points to cover.
I'm staying far away from this game. The only thing I would maybe want to... And then the over-under is just not.
I was going to say the total...
Yeah, the total's not.
The total is 67.5, which means somehow New Mexico State has to score like 16 points.
Yeah. I don't...
I mean, assuming Alabama just stops at 50, but that is the spread.
Yeah. 51.
I
yeah.
mean, Alabama's fully capable of doing it.
I don't like that game. I'm staying away from it.
I can't do it. Oh, this is interesting. Michigan now minus 1.5.
I'm going over to CBS, see if they... Because I know CBS does update the live spreads. They just don't change them on our picks.
Not on the pick-em. They display them. They do not...
Yeah, they don't change them.
the odds, yeah.
I'm trying to see if they actually... If it changed...
Well, and I don't know where they get their odds from either.
Yeah, it has changed. No, actually, they still haven't.
Still a pick 'em over there?
Yeah, still CBS still has Penn State as a half-point favorite.
Okay.
I'm not touching this game.
It's not a huge odds difference. I'm not touching it either because it's a big Michigan game, and you know where I stand on those. If the podcast doesn't know, I've said it time and time again. Big games for Michigan, big games for the Lions, which we don't see very often. Big games for my teams. I will not put money on because I don't want to lose twice. So that's the way I go about it. But for other people, don't even think about money line here. If you're gonna do with the spread this low, don't even think about it. If you want to go Penn State, obviously money line's the way to go with when you're only getting 1.5 points.
Yeah.
And for Michigan, spread, it's a very, very marginal increase in odds. But
this game is just not worth it. It's not.
Not really.
It's.
I mean, it's all about if you have faith in one team or another. Really, honestly.
It's. I can't even call it parlay filler.
No, because this is a game that will kill a parlay potentially. I wouldn't put this in there.
Yeah, this isn't even like Alabama, New Mexico State isn't even actually parlay killer.
If you can,
the game we skipped.
Find a same game parlay for this game. BetMGM will probably have one. If you can find one where with a Hassan Haskins over or total for rushing yards, I would take the over on that.
Okay.
And Michigan money line spread, whatever you want to do.
Real quick, I guess we will talk about a game I was gonna just skip over. West Virginia travels to Kansas State. Kansas State at minus 250, a 5.5 point favorite at home. This game's parlay filler. It's not great. If you're just looking for something to throw in there, throw in Kansas State. But other than that, moving on. I want nothing to do with Northwestern Wisconsin. I don't know about you. Yellow card for who?
I was muted accidentally. I don't know about West Virginia and Kansas State. West Virginia is really confusing.
They are, but like I said, I think if you're just looking for a decent parlay filler, Kansas State at minus 250 doesn't hurt. Moving on, Northwestern Wisconsin. I want nothing to do with this game.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. I got nothing literally up until. Fuck. I mean, do you want to talk about Purdue, Ohio State whatsoever?
Give me a second. Let me scroll. I'm going to talk about that in a second.
Anything in between? I got nothing in between that.
Oklahoma, Baylor, no. Utah, Arizona, no. God, no. Iowa State, Texas Tech, no. Iowa,
Utah?
Minnesota, Iowa.
I was gonna say what's Utah money line because Arizona doesn't win games. They're minus 3,000. Nope.
Yeah. Minnesota, Iowa. I like Minnesota here.
I do too.
Minnesota is a plus 168. Iowa's offense is abysmal.
To be fair, so is Minnesota's, or at least they were last week. Iowa could be. They haven't confirmed or denied it yet. They could be without Spencer Petras in this game, which is gonna hurt the Iowa offense that already is dog shit.
Yeah, I would wait a little on this, but I do like Minnesota money line.
I don't know if I would. If you want in on it, I would do it now because I think Minnesota could beat them even if Spencer Petras plays.
Fair.
But
yeah, that's fair.
So I would not wait on this because once he's ruled out, if he is ruled out, that spread, I don't know if it flips completely, but I would anticipate Minnesota being maybe a 1.5, 2.5 favorite.
Fair. Okay, moving on. Ohio State, Purdue. Purdue travels to Columbus. Purdue, a 20.5 point dog away from home, away from the devil magic that is at West Lafayette. Can they take it with them? I don't know. I am obviously staying far away from this game as a Ohio State fan.
For me, I can't do it because it is a road game for Purdue. If this is in West Lafayette, you think about it. It's still, I guess it's worth a sprinkle, I suppose. But
I gotta go find this game and
I can't on the road. That's a tough ask for Purdue. I will say, if they beat Ohio State, they have potentially some of the best wins in the entire country.
Yes.
They already do.
Yeah, they have two of the best wins in the entire country.
They beat a number 2 and a number 3.
Yeah. I, as a neutral person, I would not touch this game because that spread is big. It's just big.
It's not big enough to the point that I wouldn't touch it. But Purdue, for me, I think they just met a Michigan State team with a terrible secondary, and they took advantage of it.
Yes.
I don't know if Ohio State, they don't. From watching them, I haven't watched them as much as I've watched MSU, but they don't have that glaring of a weakness like MSU did.
Ohio State's secondary isn't great, but it's better than Michigan State's.
Michigan State's is damn near as bad as it can get.
Ohio State's corners have given up 3 touchdowns, or 2 touchdowns combined all year, I think.
Which is not bad.
Yeah. Passing touchdowns at least. I wouldn't touch money line here. The spread, I just and then even the over under for Ohio State to cover, that means for this to be under, that means Purdue wouldn't score if Ohio State were to also cover the spread. For the over under, the total is set at 63.5.
Okay.
I don't like the total here. I don't.
But what about what did you say about that? About Purdue wouldn't score?
Essentially, because just for the under to hit here.
Oh, for the under. Okay.
Well, Purdue would have to basically not score. Because Ohio State, other than what we have seen, outside of what we've seen these past 2 weeks against Penn State and Nebraska, which Penn State and Nebraska, those two teams did not completely shut Ohio State down. Ohio State took a pistol out and shot themselves in the foot repeatedly.
Yeah.
Ohio State can go out and score 50. Ohio State can go out and score more than 50.
They very well could. I don't think they do it against Purdue, but that's not saying they're going to be shut down like they have the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think they will go out and score.
Yeah, by their own accord, they've kind of shut themselves down.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think they're just going to go out and hang 50 plus on Purdue. But I also don't know if the under is safe at all. But I don't like the over either, though.
I don't like the over either. I think this has like 40-something to 20-something written all over it.
Yeah.
Which gets into that territory. I don't like either of the totals, to be honest.
No, like they're not good.
Yeah, no, can't do it.
I like
Georgia to cover against Tennessee.
Yes. No.
I would take it.
Yeah. Real quick, just to finish on the Ohio State Purdue game. Yeah, as a Ohio State fan, I'm not touching it. As a neutral fan, I still wouldn't touch it because there's just too many questions.
Yeah, you're really that's one that's
all across.
Like I can already like see myself sweating that one out if I took either the spread or the total.
And I don't want to. I wouldn't want to. When there's when there are other games that are so much better to pick. Georgia Tennessee, as you said, I like Georgia covering the spread here.
That's about all I got.
Maybe the under. Like
maybe the under.
Maybe.
Yeah, I like the under as well. In my mind, this feels like 33 to 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would take the under. Total is 55.5.
Miami, Florida. Nope.
I would take MSU minus 12.5, but I after what they did against Purdue, I can't.
I would say I'm staying away from that game. Staying away from Stanford, Oregon State. Staying away from Kentucky, Vanderbilt.
Texas A&M and
actually, that's a lie. Kentucky, Vanderbilt. I do like one thing here. Just looking at it. And this is
over.
No. I like Kentucky covering the spread because Vanderbilt is ass. They haven't won an SEC game in fucking eternities. And they just don't play good against SEC opponents. So I don't hate Kentucky covering the spread. Moving on back to Texas A&M Ole Miss.
Texas A&M is minus 2.5 on the road, heading to the Grove at Ole Miss.
I like Texas money line or Texas A&M money line.
Yeah, minus 134. It's to the point that I would. Like I said, I've said a couple times, like especially with Michigan, like it's a minor increase on the odds at very little. You're not giving many points. Texas A&M minus 2.5 is not bad.
I don't know if I'm going to touch this because, much like the Penn State Michigan game, this could be a parlay killer.
It feels like it's too close to do much with.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do much with this game.
I'll probably watch it, but
yeah, I'll probably watch it.
Nothing. That's all I got.
Trying to just scroll through.
I got nothing else.
How good is Washington State this year? Just out of curiosity.
Good question.
Let me look. That could be something to look at in terms of them playing Oregon. Washington State is 4-2 in the Pac-12. 5-4 overall. Can I get some there's some stats. Let's see, I want to look at one thing. Can't find what I want. Okay, that's all right. Oregon against the spread hasn't been good. I don't necessarily hate Washington State to cover 13.5.
Fair.
That's it. Let's move on to the NFL. I don't have a lot to say about the NFL, so you're gonna be running through this.
I don't really either. These games this week are very, very, very questionable.
So I'm going to say this about the NFL. We are now in week 10. We're mid-season NFL where shit just gets kind of wonky. And then after last week, and I had nothing in the NFL last week.
I watched not a single down of NFL football.
I watched some NFL football. I did not have a single single paid NFL bet last week.
Bye week for the Lions. I took the week off.
Bengals have a bye week, and I'm probably not going to watch NFL this week. There's World Cup qualifying and F1 on Sunday.
Fair.
So with the Bengals having the week off, I don't know if I'm going to touch anything. Really, there's two things that I don't hate because you do have your risk-free $10. You're up to $10 risk-free same-game parlay bet. I don't hate. Let's see. Jonathan Taylor scored 2 touchdowns. Colts money line. Can I find one else? Jonathan Taylor alt rushing yards. Let's see. I don't hate this here. It comes out as plus 300 if you want to use this as a your risk-free $10 same game parlay. Jonathan Taylor scored 2+ touchdowns. Colts money line. Jonathan Taylor 60+ alt rushing yards. I don't hate those.
I don't hate those either, especially because at some point I feel like the Jags are going to look like the Jags again. And the Colts are better than their record, so could very well be this week.
And then here's another one I don't hate. If you want to use that $10 same game risk-free parlay, which this is the same one I told my mom. Najee Harris, Pat Freiermuth both to score, and then Steelers money line. That comes out to plus 462.
Okay.
If I do anything with the NFL, it could be one of those two games. One of those two exact same game parlays. That's it. Like, other than that, NFL games that might be worth anything. Cleveland at plus 112 at New England. You'll talk about that in a minute, so I'm not going to go too deep into that. I do like Cleveland at plus 112. That's it. That's it.
Okay.
Like, there's really nothing. Mid-season NFL is just not good.
All right. So I'm going to run through these games here really quickly. Chime in if you feel like it. Jags and Colts want nothing to do with spread, money line, total. Jags are too unpredictable to do anything with that. 2+ touchdowns. As Austin said, Jonathan Taylor plus 260 is a good one. I feel like that's a good bet, honestly, every week. Especially against a team like the Jags. Browns, Patriots. I do like the Browns here. They're involved in my lock, so I'll get into that a little bit deeper later. Other than that, don't like anything in this game other than what I have in my lock. So I'll save that for later. Cowboys and Falcons. This spread went down since we did the podcast. Well, I guess we did the picks yesterday, but it was 9.5 over on CBS. It spread down to 7.5. Does that mean I want anything to do with taking the Falcons and the points? No, not really.
Current odds on CBS, wherever they get theirs from, Dallas is 8.5. But yeah, the spread has gone down there.
7.5 on FanDuel. We got any good anytime touchdown scores? Kyle Pitts, I suppose, not a bad one. Atlanta, or rather Dallas secondary isn't phenomenal. So you get down in the red zone, maybe a Kyle Pitts TD. Not a bad one there. Bills and Jets. Staying away from it. I don't know what to expect out of Mike White.
Or the Bills, apparently.
Huh?
Or the Bills, apparently.
Right. Yeah, or the Bills. Fucking 6-9 score last week. Lost to the fucking Jags. There have been some weird L's in the NFL this year.
Which is why I'm just staying away from the NFL in general. Like this week.
Can't do anything with that. Titans spread and money line I like here. Anytime touchdown score, Adrian Peterson plus 210, like that. Buccaneers football team.
Stay away from it.
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like Patriots. Tom Brady. Fucking hell. Buccaneers minus 9.5. I do like.
I mean, I like it, but I'm not gonna touch it.
This feels like backdoor territory a little bit, kind of like that Eagles game where the Eagles backdoored the Bucs. Feels a little bit like that. Terry McLaurin plus 125 anytime touchdown. Not a bad one there.
That could happen.
If you want to risk it, if you want to get into some of my own voodoo here with the Detroit Football Lions, Lions spread, Lions money. Will I take it? No. Did I take it on in the picks in the podcast? No. But the Lions, throughout my entire time watching this team, when you expect them to do nothing, that's when they do something. When you expect things out of them, that's when they're the Lions. It's just what happens. So nobody expects the Lions to do much of anything this week. Wouldn't shock me if they showed up and actually put a game together and we're in that game. So spread is probably the way to go on that one. Money line if you're feeling a little bit ballsy. Vikings, Chargers, nothing really going on there. For me, anyway.
Stay away from.
Cardinals.
Stay far away from.
This game, Seahawks and Packers. Now, Russell Wilson is officially cleared to play on Sunday. What a weird start time. 4:26. Yeah. This is a game not so much for betting purposes, but for watching purposes, especially if Aaron Rodgers plays. You got Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers on the same field. That's going to be a hell of a game. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't play, well, we're in the danger zone, and that game might be shit. Eagles and Broncos.
Aaron Rodgers is a plus 390 to score a rushing touchdown in that game.
No.
Or, well, to score a touchdown that is not a passing touchdown.
Nope.
I'm just saying, but no. Player passing yards, we don't have
run as much as he used to. Yeah, we won't have that because we don't know if Rodgers is playing. Do we have any on Russ? Let's see here.
Russ total is set at 245.5. Minus 114 odds. Passing touchdowns for Russ over 1.5. Or the total set at 1.5.
I like both of those. Over the 245.5. Over the 1.5? You said?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, just until we know if Aaron Rodgers is going to play or not. I don't remember the day. We should know something by tomorrow, I would assume, but hard to say. Eagles, Broncos, who the hell cares? Eagles are unpredictable, so and as are the Broncos, so I don't want to
get this game away from me.
Right. Chiefs minus 2.5 at the Raiders. Give me the Chiefs.
Keep this game away from me. I mean, give me the Chiefs, but keep it away from me.
Yeah, give me the Chiefs. Raiders have too much going on. And, I mean, at some point, that Chiefs offense has to start looking like the Chiefs offense the last couple of years. They just have to. They're in a funk. They'll get it figured out. I maintain that. That's Sunday Night Football. And then Monday Night Football, Rams and 49ers. And the news that Odell Beckham Jr. is possibly going to play in this game.
Keep it away from me still.
Rams, OBJ doesn't affect this at all for me.
Well, no, but
I mean, he's literally like the number 3 receiver on that team. So, Rams -4, money line's -210. Wouldn't really do anything like that unless you're throwing a money line parlay together or parlay in general.
Yeah.
Rams -4, I like. Weird number, but I'd take that. We have some week 11 stuff, but we'll get into that next week.
Yes.
Anything else we want to touch on? No league soccer this week, right?
No.
Not even MLS?
I don't believe so.
No, wait. November 20th is the next MLS games.
Yep.
So
next week because of World Cup qualifying.
Anything else?
Which, well, I'll talk about some World Cup qualifying that catches my eye in my locks. Yeah, I'm gonna be remiss if I don't mention this. FanDuel has free-to-play games.
Yes, they do.
For the football weekend. You got the NFL High-Low, which you could get involved in. You have Saturday Spreads, something Colin Cowherd does.
And to be fair, DraftKings does as well. I know you don't like DraftKings, but they have.
Well, yeah, I'm only saying this because I actually have ESPN open right now. If you wanted the one I mainly jump in, well, let's look at what Saturday spread they have for Saturday spreads real quick. See what they have up. How many do they got? Oh boy. I'm gonna probably stay away this week. Ugh. Because some of the
stay away on the free to play stuff. Come on.
Well, it's Penn State, Michigan, Oklahoma, Baylor, Mississippi State, Auburn, Georgia, Tennessee, Purdue, Ohio State, Miami, Florida State, Maryland, Michigan State, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, North Carolina State, Wake Forest, Virginia, Notre Dame. Colin did not pick a lot of great games.
Literally, some of the games that we looked at and we're like, we want to know.
Yeah, that's the thing is Colin picked the games that Colin Cowherd picked because Saturday spreads with Colin Cowherd is, well, Colin is a semi-sponsored by FanDuel or whatever you want to call it. He picked some games that I want nothing to do with. NFL High-Low that they do, which is another one I do actually enjoy. You have until Sunday at 1:15 or something like that to get in. All you have to do is pick what you believe will be the highest and lowest 4 games on Sunday. This week you have total points, passing yards, rushing yards, sacks. Total points, I like Arizona for high. Low, realistically, you could go with just about anyone. Well, not really. You could go with the Jets against the Bills, or Jacksonville against the Colts. Could even go with the Lions against the Steelers. Lions are only averaging 16 points, 16.8 game. I like. I kind of like the Jets here. So on and so forth. I'm not going to keep going on because I'll be here for a minute.
All right.
So I'm not going to keep going through that. But like I said, I just wanted to point some of those games out that some of those do exist.
And
because you win free money. If you actually win, you win free money.
Right.
If you can I please get back to FanDuel?
Probably not.
Good God, please let me back to FanDuel. Thank you. Boost, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm scrolling. So,
FanDuel only has one odds boost.
I know. That's why I go to Caesars for the odds boost. But I'm not really seeing anything that's worth a damn.
FanDuel's one odds boost isn't even a great boost.
Listen to this one. This is plus 320, max bet $100. Michigan State to win. Ohio State to win. Penn State to win. That's plus 320.
Here's the one football odds boost that FanDuel has. As I pull the soccer game back up. As they come back from half.
I might have to turn that on.
US is looking threatening.
We're done here.
By
the way, quick score update on that one.
0-0.
Okay.
53rd minute.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have known if there was a goal either way before half.
I believe that. I didn't know if there was a goal that was scored beforehand, however.
If before the first half ended, you would have known if there was a goal. I closed YouTube TV for a couple minutes during halftime because I just didn't want to see Alexi Lalas on my screen.
He's still commentating.
Actually, I think he's over at Fox Sports now. I don't know who ESPN has as their half.
Alexi Lalas been at Fox Sports, I thought.
Him and Taylor Twellman just kind of like jump spots every few years.
Fuck Taylor Twellman as
well. The football odds boost for FanDuel: Oklahoma, Georgia, and Ohio State to all win. It was a -160 and is now a -110. Yay!
What is that?
Yay!
God.
Let's get into our locks.
Hold on, I do want to go through. I haven't scrolled through all of these boosts yet. Caesars has a ton of them. But none of them are looking very good. Here we go.
Antonio Brown, Rob Gronkowski, and Antonio Brown have been ruled out. And to make that Saints Titans game even more questionable, Alvin Kamara has also been ruled out.
Yep, I knew that.
Good
Lord. Caesar's odds boost for the NFL. Dearness Johnson, touchdown and over 75.5 rushing yards against the Patriots. That's plus 240. Okay. First one that I've seen that I actually like. Same
to
game,
score one touchdown
Baker,
or two?
One.
I don't hate that.
Baker Mayfield and Mac Jones over 1.5 passing touchdowns in that same game. This is one that is a bit scary. If first touchdown scorers are your thing, then maybe this is the way to go. Bills win and Stephon Diggs first TD. Jets win. No, never mind. Stop that right before it started. I saw Mike White's name. He had over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I was really thinking about it, but no. Jets win. No. Falcons win and Kyle Pitts touchdown. After what Dallas did last week, you want to do that plus 850? Go ahead and do it. Adrian Peterson and Julio Jones touchdown each. That's plus 900. Again, these are all in Caesars. Oh, here's one you might like. Jonathan Taylor first touchdown.
Okay.
Colts win.
I don't hate that, but I still don't like first touchdown scorers.
I don't bet them either, unless it's the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
For the most part.
Where are the Detroit Lions at in this? There we go.
Steelers win. Ben Roethlisberger over 299.5. With how bad the Lions secondary is, that's definitely possible. Lions win and TJ Hawkinson over 50.5 receiving yards. Oh boy. Najee Harris first touchdown over 99.5 yards in Lions Steelers. This one I feel like should have better odds. I mean, it doesn't know that this boost likely was published well before the news of AB and Gronk being out. Brady over 2.5 passing touchdowns and over 299.5 yards. Mike Evans, Leonard Fournette, each to score a touchdown. Chargers win and Justin Herbert over 2.5 passing touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey touchdown and over 99.5 yards.
Don't hate that.
I only like this because of the odds. Sprinkle.
Okay.
That's all it's worth, really. PJ Walker, who will be starting for Carolina this week. Cam Newton probably next week.
Yep.
Over 1.5 passing touchdowns and a rush touchdown.
Oh.
Plus 3,300. Again, I that's the only reason I would like that.
Okay, so
Packers.
Oh, you have a couple more
win.
still?
Couple more. Yep, I'm almost done here.
Okay.
Packers win and Aaron Jones over 99.5 rushing yards. One of these fucking weeks, they gotta run the ball with Aaron Jones, especially if Aaron Rodgers ain't playing.
Right.
Come on. Russell Wilson over 1.5 passing touchdowns and a rush TD. That's plus 1,300. Rams win and Matthew Stafford over 2.5 passing touchdowns plus 225. And now we're into some NHL boosts. So that's all I got for those.
Okay, so while you were doing that, before we go to our locks,
okay. All right.
I was just talking about the free-to-play games from FanDuel. I just filled out my NFL high-low card. Again, highest, lowest for categories of points, passing yards, rushing yards, and sacks. Here's what I got. Highest for points and passing yards, the Buffalo Bills. Lowest for points, the New York Football Jets. Lowest for passing yards, the New Orleans Saints. Because that Tennessee Titans defense is good.
Yep.
And, well, that's who the Saints play, the Titans. Highest for rushing yards, the Indianapolis Colts behind Jonathan Taylor. I like that this week. Lowest for rushing yards, the Detroit Football Lions.
The Detroit Football Lions. Let's go.
Highest for sacks, the Cleveland Browns against the New England Patriots because, well, that Patriots backside tackle, blindside tackle there, their left tackle, is ass.
Well, he was when we did the Sunday Night House Divided. Yes, he was.
And he hasn't gotten better, which is bad.
What was that? Was that Marcus Cannon?
I don't remember.
I believe it was.
And then lowest for sacks. Just again, this is a free game, so this is why I'm throwing this out there. You guys could go with different picks if you so want to. Also, the Detroit Football Lions.
The Detroit Football Lions to do what?
Lowest in sacks and rushing yards.
Yeah, lowest in sacks I like.
There's only one team in the NFL that has less sacks per game than them.
I mean, there's not a single star on that defensive line, let's be honest. So
yeah.
Fair.
And while their rushing games also, they I believe have the worst rushing game in the the Raiders have the worst rushing game. But the Jets do, actually. But I'm going to go with the Lions there also. So that's what I got for this week for that. I'll probably give you guys high-low again next week. Maybe, I don't know. Again, free game. But maybe I don't entirely hate giving you some of these free-to-play things just because, well, we don't want everybody. Yeah, it's free.
Free shot at money.
Exactly.
Free shot at money, guys. Can't hate it.
Exactly. And I don't want everyone here thinking, oh, we're just trying to make FanDuel money. Because, well, we're not sponsored by FanDuel.
Not yet.
Let's move into our locks that have been possibly cursed.
I want to hear yours. I have to. Yours is. I mean, it's very much doable.
At plus 250? Yeah.
Christ. But at the same time, what do we count that as? Because it's the locks graphic up on the screen. Can people see what your lock is?
Yes and yes.
What happens if the draw no bet happens? Does that make you 3-1?
Something like that.
I think that's how we have to count it.
How would we have counted it if your lock hit last week had Liverpool not tanked against West Ham? Oh, US is threatening again? US is threatening again?
Same thing.
Nice little back heel. Come on. Put something threatening up. Good pass.
Tank against
Come on, get a good cross in. Get a good cross in. Okay.
Doesn't sound like a good cross, but yes, go ahead.
U.S. is still threatening again because Mexico can't hold onto the ball long enough to get it away out of their third. Anyhow,
I have to hear yours first.
My lock is a 5-leg parlay involving World Cup qualifying. Let's go with the tie no bets first because I have 3 of them here. Croatia against Russia, tie no bet. Ghana against South Africa, tie no bet. Greece against Kosovo, tie no bet. The respective odds for those tie no bets. Croatia, I took Croatia the draw no bet. Croatia to win, or well, if there's a draw, it's void. Minus 550. Ghana minus 280. Greece minus 430. All of these games except for the one I'm going to talk about here in a couple of minutes are happening Sunday. Basically every game is happening Sunday other than one of them. Russia just is uninspiring.
As someone who tried to win the World Cup with them in FIFA the last time the World Cup occurred, yes, they are.
Like, I don't really know how else to put it. Russia's just kind of exists. What the hell's going on my screen here? We have a bit of a unhappiness at midfield in the U.S. U.S.-Mexico game here in the 64th minute. However, fun fact, Russia in their past 5, they're all wins. But those wins come against Cyprus, Slovakia, Slovenia, Malta, Cyprus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, right there. The last time they played Croatia, it was a 0-0 draw. That's why I like Croatia there. Russia's past 5 have just been not great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've been wins, but they're not great. Croatia's last 5 have been win against Malta, tie against Slovakia, win against Cyprus, win against Slovenia, win against Slovakia.
Yo, I have to bring this up. So, after Thursday Night Football last night, and the big man TD'd, it didn't count, right?
Yeah.
The Miami Dolphins at their team facility literally put that picture as a wrap on the elevator doors of the facility. The big man flying into the end zone on the play that didn't count.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It is, okay, I'm going to send this to you in Messenger. You could look at it after the show. You've already seen the video, but it's fucking fantastic.
Yes, I love it. Let's move on to U.S. is threatening again, kind of. Trying to probe around, find something. Greece, Kosovo. Kosovo's ass. Let's...
Fair.
Kosovo is, in their last 5, they have 1 draw, and it was against Greece. Pants. Well, this is making my bet look a little...
Oop.
But Kosovo's ass. Greece isn't good. They have 2 wins in their last 5. Their losses come against Sweden and Spain, who are dead. We have another scuffle going on here. Somebody's eventually gonna get awarded a red, or well, these refs are ass. So I like Greece there and a tie no bet. I have one more tie no bet Sunday. Ghana against South Africa. Ghana. Well, South Africa, we'll start there. 4 of their last 5 have been wins. They have a draw, but they're playing against Zimbabwe, who hasn't been great. Zimbabwe, who hasn't actually has not won a game in World Cup qualifying. They haven't won a game since what was this date?
A date in time in history.
The Africa Cup of Nations qualifying back in... Give me a date. Come on. Give me a date. March 29th of this year. That's last...
That's a little bit of time ago.
Some of South Africa's wins aren't impressive to me. Ethiopia, another one that's not great. That's South Africa. They do have the one win against Ghana, but I don't really throw much into that. Ghana, much more impressive. Christian Pulisic's coming on. Yes. So give me Ghana and a tie no bet there. That is your tie no bets for the week. The one game that is happening on Saturday, tomorrow, at 2:45 p.m., so I'm not going to actually be watching this game. Montenegro at the Netherlands. Well, Montenegro isn't good. I don't know how else to put it. Montenegro is just not a soccer country. Montenegro is 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses in their past 5. The Netherlands, 4 wins, 1 draw. Give me the Netherlands straight up money line.
Literally about the only analysis that you need. Montenegro, not good.
Yep. And then Portugal money line Sunday, 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This game will be going on at the same time as Greece, Kosovo, and, well, mostly Ghana, South Africa. Portugal, a man by the name of Cristiano Ronaldo. He scores some goals.
Yep. I've heard that. heard that Ronaldo guy is pretty good.
Serbia. Let's put it. Let me actually make it even more interesting. I couldn't go draw no bet because, the draw no bet odds on this game were absurd for Portugal. See if I can go find them again.
What are they money line?
Portugal money line was minus 210.
Oh, so draw no bet. You're probably in the 300-400 range.
It's minus 650 for Portugal.
Oh God, even more. Jesus.
Yep. Anyhow, Portugal, like in their last 5, Portugal has 1 draw, 4 wins. ESPN just punted me away from that. Oops. Serbia has 4 wins, a draw also. Mexico has a corner kick, son of an ass. Mexico's wins, though, against Qatar. Well, that was an international friendly against Qatar. Whoop-de-doo. World Cup qualifying game against Azerbaijan. Win. Whoop-de-doo. Win against Luxembourg. Whoop-de-doo. 1, 2, 3. Draw against Ireland. Win against Luxembourg. Like, I'm just not really. I'm not overly impressed. Portugal's goal differential is plus 12. Serbia's is plus 8. Portugal's last 5. They had a draw against Ireland the other day. Portugal 5-0 Luxembourg, 3-0 Qatar in a friendly, 3-0 Azerbaijan, 3-1 Qatar in a friendly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. That's my lock of the week. Your overall odds on that parlay are a plus 250.
There's so much going on in that parlay.
Yes,
So much.
there is. I chose the route of self-hate this week, possibly. It took me just like 15 minutes to explain my parlay. Or my lock.
Yeah. Yes, it did. Okay. All set with yours?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
World Cup qualifying soccer, it's fun.
Mine is a bit more simple.
We went the opposite routes of what we each went last week.
Well, sort of.
I went simple last week. You went more complicated. I went immensely more complicated. You went simple.
This is simpler than I've done. I wouldn't call it simple. So
Mexico's running away with the ball to try and kill time for a draw.
Okay.
We're in the 73rd minute. Sorry, I just saw Mexico was whistled for offsides. One of their players picked the ball up and ran about 40 yards with it.
Okay. I have.
Sorry.
D'Ernest Johnson. I have a 2-leg same game parlay with the Browns at the Patriots. 2 legs, and I'm very, very confident in this because I believe in the Browns. It is simpler than what I have done in weeks past. Fucking let me log into FanDuel again. Christ. There we go. Okay.
Oh my God, please stand. Please do not go to VAR. Kristen Pulisic off the bench. Header into the back of the net. Please.
Oh, I thought you were telling me what just happened.
It just did happen.
Oh, it did?
As long as it stands, and it looks like it will.
Let's fucking go, Christian.
Christian Pulisic, my lock of the week last week, coming in a little late, but putting one in the back of the net for me.
Hey.
In a game that honestly to me is more important.
Well, of course it is. You're not a Chelsea fan.
Oh my God.
Let's fucking go.
As long as it stands, they aren't going to VAR. Ref is pointing at the spot. Well, pointing at center.
Let's go.
It's good.
Let's go.
Back to your lock.
Okay.
I missed half of it because that happened, and I just the second I saw that go in, my headset just went off, and
And now that that's occurred, my lock is fairly simple. It's Browns and Patriots. Been over this for everybody but Austin, apparently.
Sorry.
And it's relatively simple. You're a distracted man, and I understand. I'd probably be pretty distracted too if I had the game. D'Ernest Johnson, anytime touchdown scorer. Both teams are fucking just gassed for running backs right now.
Down to their third or fourth string running backs, yeah.
Bingo. D'Ernest Johnson's probably going to be the best running back in the field, which says a lot. He will score a touchdown on Sunday against the Patriots. And now, this is where you said it's simple. I've gone a little bit more of a complicated route. The Browns are underdogs this weekend.
Okay.
They are, not by much, they're 2.5-point dogs.
You went alt spread, didn't you?
I sure the fuck did. I have taken the Browns minus 2.5 alternate spread, put those two together in a same game parlay. Odds are plus 190. That's, I sure the fuck did go alternate spread.
I just now actually looked at the graphic.
Just to see, you thought it was simpler than it really is. It's a bit more complicated, but I think we're both relatively sort of confident in the Browns. And really my only reasoning is the Patriots, yes, they do some things, they do a lot of things just okay, and some things well.
Matthew Judon does.
Matthew Judon's one of the best defensive linemen, top 5 defensive linemen in the league.
He's a linebacker, though.
I know, but he lines up on the line.
Well, yeah, because they run a 8 bazillion 0.
Right.
I'm convinced they don't even really run linebackers.
Matthew Judon is in the top 5 in the NFL in sacks. The dude's incredible. But at the same time, Baker Mayfield's career record without Odell Beckham Jr. on the team, on the field rather, when Odell was injured a couple years ago, Baker was really good. What do you know? First game after Odell is like, hey, they're cutting him. He's out, not on the field. The distraction isn't there. He doesn't have to force the ball to Odell, or feels like he doesn't have to force the ball to Odell and can just play football. And all of a sudden, what do you know? Browns did what the Browns did last week. I am on the Browns. Alternate spread, minus 2.5. D'Ernest Johnson's going to get a rushing touchdown in this game. fucking hell, give him a screen passing touchdown. I don't care, as long as he gets in the end zone. That is my lock of the week, plus 190.
Okay, let's go back to the. Well, that's really it. That's the show.
I was gonna say that. What do we have to? What else is? What's there except the locks?
Yeah, that's the show.
That was it.
Yeah. Let's. My brain's not working right now. 79th minute here.
Christian Pulisic fries brains, man.
Yeah.
I get it.
79th minute. U.S. is looking threatening again. This is beautiful. If we can get around for a cross, well, desperation stopped by the Mexican defense there.
I mean, they literally are desperate at this point.
Mexico has not recorded a shot yet on in the second half with 10 and change to play.
Throw the Twitter graphic up, please.
I have it up. I had it up during the entire show.
Oh, I see. Okay. I figured you would have just used the same graphic. Okay, whatever. It doesn't.
No, I kind of like having this one up for the whole show.
That works for me as well. I'm gonna probably tweak it a little bit if that's what we're gonna do. But,
yeah, fair.
But yeah, I like that as well. Better than literally just having the leagues that we're looking at fucking down there.
Yeah,
that's fine.
That's kind of why I liked that. Real quick,
we're professional. We're professionals at this now. We're shit communicators apparently.
Yeah. Jordan, since my brain's like half working, you want to tell them how to tweet us.
That's why I told you to throw the graphic up. All right. So tweet the show, the House Divided podcast and Backdoor Cover. You can throw all those into the same account. I ain't making a Backdoor Cover Twitter account. I already got 3 accounts to worry about.
Yeah, and I'm not creating one either because
not worth it.
No.
The podcast Twitter account is perfectly fine. It's all under the same banner. So go ahead and tweet us at hdpodcast_ on Twitter. You can find Austin at WerewolfFPS, and you can find me at TwitchyNinch, same name as the Twitch channel, and at Motown Rundown _ Motown Rundown is where we'll talk about anything Detroit sports and Michigan football and basketball and occasionally hockey. Tried my best to cover MSU. Can't do it anymore. So I can't.
What about wrestling?
Can't do it. Well, I'm getting there. Hold on.
What about Detroit City FC?
Can't hold on.
I'm impatient. And my brain's only half working.
Jesus.
8 minutes plus stoppage.
So, Motown Rundown. I guess we'll address what Austin has said. You can find Detroit Tigers, Detroit Lions, Red Wings, Pistons, Detroit City FC on there. You can find Michigan football, basketball, like I said, occasionally hockey, NASCAR, Formula One, wrestling. Is that it? I believe that's it. Any sort of stuff like that.
So you don't really do anything. What's going on here with the refs? Oh. Well, we see more shoving going on.
Christian Pulisic gonna lay somebody out?
God, I would love to see it.
I would. I couldn't even handle that.
The refs have had zero control of this game.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Refs being refs. Refs being fucking refs.
Side note, the unis the Mexican national team are wearing are just atrocious.
I'm gonna turn this game on right now because we're wrapping up anyway. But
yep.
That is where you can find us on Twitter. And go ahead. I'm gonna create a hashtag for next week, so you guys, anybody that watches the show, you guys have any bad beats you want to send in, you want featured, go ahead and send them to the Twitter directly. For now, I will create a hashtag, think of one, in the week up until next week's show, where you can send them to us so you guys can be featured. But anyway, just tweet us in general. If there's any sort of stuff you want us to talk about, any bets you like, send them in to us, and we will talk about them. We will give our opinion on how they are. So that is it. Do you want me to do the outro?
No,
as well?
I can do the outro. I can focus just long enough to do the outro. Okay, so unless Jordan has anything else to say,
that is
any closing remarks.
Go ahead and follow us. HD Podcast _ Werewolf FPS, Twitchy Niche, and Motown Rundown _ on Twitter. Follow. You can find me pretty much anywhere under Twitchy Niche. Austin, who the hell knows? I think all he's got is Twitter.
Yeah, pretty much. All I actively use is Twitter.
Go ahead,
So with that being said, this is a month of this show. Is quickly becoming a show that I do enjoy. It's always been a show I've enjoyed. We have a couple months left of this because I have a feeling once we get out of football season, we're not doing the picks. Backdoor cover will just be kind of absorbed by the back into the podcast itself, the weekly podcast. I would assume.
Yeah, that's something we'll have to
address.
Figure out.
Yeah,
because on our own, but I do like it being its own thing. We can kind of just run through everything and seeing that. So I guess if that means shorter podcasts.
Oh my God! Yes.
Today?
Dagger. The dagger.
Who did it?
Because I'm watching this on my phone, I can't quite tell right off the top. Just Das Dagger. Come on, show me who it was, please. Weston McKennie.
Hey, unexpected.
Weston McKennie.
Somebody somewhere out there had him. Yeah, he scored a goal, right?
Yep.
Somebody somewhere had him to score in this game. So
USA. The Mexican head coach is losing his mind, calling for a handball and all. He's calling for everything.
Taking the Jim Harbaugh route.
He wants everything called.
All right. Wrap up the show so you can enjoy this last little bit.
Oh my God, yes. All I have to say, go USA. If this result holds, I will be one of the happiest men of all time. A Mexican attack just punted one into the 8 billionth row of TLQ Stadium.
A stadium I didn't know existed until yesterday. I was just saying 2 days ago. Yesterday.
All I have to say, this is a month. I've enjoyed it a lot.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I do thoroughly enjoy this. So with that being said,
I mean, because literally, we talk about our bets. We talk about stuff like this just in our free time. So the fact that we can do it for an actual show is
this is just a secondary version of the podcast. We talk about a lot of stuff we talk on the podcast in the free time. We do the same thing here with these. So the fact that we can do it on Twitch every week, it gets put on YouTube, goes on audio, and we actually have a platform of people who want to consume it. Should be a yellow card to the Mexican national team.
If the fucking audio is up for a second, I'm turning it down. Hold on, I'm turning the game on.
Christian Pulisic just took an elbow to the throat, it looks like.
There we go.
No, even worse, a foot to the dick.
Oh no.
But with that being said, so I can wrap this up, thank you for making us a part of your Friday night, however you may be watching and however you may be listening.
I just saw that. Hold on, I don't mean to interrupt your intro, or outro rather. I just saw that because Hulu has a delay. Holy shit, he did.
Yeah.
God.
Oof. So yeah.
Guys out there, you don't want that.
Just seeing that looked painful. So yeah, thank you for making us part of your Friday night, however you may be watching and however you may be listening. Again, just the fact that we're able to do this and have a platform that people want to consume the content we create is awesome. So,
yep.
With that being said, until next week, peace out and stay classy, Internet. See ya.
Bang. Oh, oops. Forgot.